My name is Scott Lokers. Welcome to Whiteboard Wednesday. I'm part of the Luminex team and want to share with you today some of what I'm learning about leading via video conference. We're doing a lot of this at Luminex, and I suspect you are as well. And don't consider myself a techie by any means, but have been forced to accelerate my learning in this area and seeing it as something to be excited about, not only for this time when we're doing so much more work from home, but we're thinking in our office about long term. And we're thinking about how do we use these learnings to help us as we come out of stay-at-home orders as well. Let me share some of the things I'm learning, and this is in the context not just of meetings to check in, though we do those, but I'm thinking now specifically around working with a smaller group of people, maybe between 5 and 10, but we are facilitating a process. We're gathering to come up with some work products. For me, this has often been around mission, vision, values, and a process called Church Unique. So we're trying to come up with a work product at the end of this, and how do you do that via video? Some things that I'm learning. One is that it's helpful to shorten the sessions. I find meeting via video conference more tiring than meeting in person. Some of that's just I'm old, but some of it I think is seeing a screen full of faces and trying to pay attention to everyone all at the same time, and trying to pick up on clues. And sometimes we're talking over each other. It's hard to know when to speak and when not, and all of that is just tiring. And so I'm learning it's helpful for me in this process if we shorten the sessions. When we used to meet perhaps 3 hours at a time, now I'm trying to shorten it to 90 minutes. An hour and a half. We may have to meet more often, but I find that's more productive. If you do find yourself in a spot where you have to meet for longer periods of time, I believe more breaks are better than fewer breaks. Shorten the sessions if possible. Second is to make full use of the technology. I said I'm not a techie, but Zoom has some features that are really helpful for this kind of work. Breakout rooms, you probably know about those, and they really do work. They help get the number of folks in a conversation down to where meaningful conversation can happen, and you can come back in a large group and you can process what was shared. You can also, as the host of the meeting, you can appear in different breakout rooms, and that's a nice feature. Another feature is the polling feature, and I like this because there are times in this process we're trying to populate ideas, we're trying to have things go, we're just trying to get more and more ideas, but then there comes a point in the process when you're trying to narrow down and land the plane. And the polling function can help you with that, and can do that much like we'd use a card sort, or you're trying to really distill down to a few key points that can help. And the other thing I find with all of this technology and all these features is it's helpful to practice ahead of time so that you really are able to do this well. My family's tired of my saying to them, hey, can you Zoom with me? I'm trying to figure out this new feature, but it really does help to practice ahead of time. And the third thing I want to share is to be prepared. And when we're leading sessions, we always want to be prepared, but especially via video conference. I find it's helpful if I'm really at the best I can be, and if I think through ahead of time, what am I really trying to accomplish? What do we want to accomplish during this session? And what are the things that we need when we end the session? That's helpful, the better I prepare. Hope that's helpful to you too. We'll keep on learning.